How are we doing, everybody? I would like to say that we can kind of give a quick roundup of how the game week predictions have gone, but I'll be honest with you, the Queen has sadly passed away. James and I have done like three or four, like two, I think, different predictions videos, and there's just been postponements, so we don't know what the hell's going on, to be perfectly honest with you. So we're just going to kind of go for it for this one. Game week 8, we've only got 7 games, unfortunately, but James, we'll start with you. Aston Villa, Friday the 16th of September at home against Southampton, 8 o'clock kickoff. Who have you got in that one?
Villa, Southampton. Could you come back to me on this one? Could you go first?
Sure, I'll go first on this one. I'll be honest with you. This can be weird. This can be difficult to do this week because of the postponements, because of what's been going on. It's all
like I'm still trying to wrap my head around the whole how everything's. I'm watching look on here. I'm thinking, what's going on?
It is nuts. It's nuts. I'm gonna say that Villa sneak this one out though. I'm gonna say like 2-1. I don't feel super confident about it because this is a desperate Steven Gerrard, a desperate Aston Villa. They're the better team, the better squad. We know Southampton are capable of catching teams off guard. We're very, very well aware of that, but I'm going to say that Villa just managed to pull this out 2-1. Who have you got in that one, James?
Jack, looking at the history of both teams, it's quite even, to be fair. In 40 games, it's 16 wins for Southampton and 15 for Villa with 9 draws. So it's kind of been a seesaw game throughout the season. As we mentioned, the last time Villa played, they were able to go out against Manchester City and get a draw, and possibly could have got a win if it wasn't for the whistle being blown for a Coutinho shot. I think that they can somehow do something here. So let's go for a 2-1 win to Aston Villa.
Yep, look, I'm with you on that. Totally agree with you there. Moving on to the next one, James, we're going to have you go here. Nottingham Forest are at home against Fulham. Still another Friday evening game here.
Again, when I look at a player like Mitrovic, he's been able to just come in this year and been such a big factor. And if Fulham do go down, which I doubt they will, he's a player that I wouldn't mind Arsenal looking at. But Forest this year signed lots of players. I don't know how long it's going to take them to get everything sorted out, but I'm going to say from both teams that were promoted, I'm going to say a 1-1 draw, Jack.
1-1 draw for that one. I'm going to go with Fulham getting the upset here. I'm going to say 2-1 to Fulham. I know that's such an easy and kind of boring score prediction, but that's kind of the one I'm gonna go for here.
And Jack, one more thing, interesting fact: this is their first ever Premier League game played. Nottingham Forest versus Fulham.
Look, it is an interesting one, massively. But I just think, that turnover, again, we're going to see some cohesion and what this Forest team are going to be, but we're not going to see it yet. It's still going to be some good games, some bad games. I think I'm just going to count on Fulham. Like you said, Mitrovic, Palhinha's come in and been great. Andres Pereira looks good as well. Again, I think that I'm just going to ride with Marco Silva's team on that one, 2-1. Wolves at home against Manchester City, Saturday the 17th of September, 12:30. Yeah, I'm going Man City here. Again, Diego Costa, I think he'll be a bit of a nightmare. Maybe he is a part of the reason why maybe Wolves score 1 goal. But again, you can't stop this Man City team. I'm going to go 4-1 Man City against Wolves. James, who have you got in that one?
I think one thing we mentioned for Wolves is that bringing in striker was a big thing. I don't know how fit Costa's going to be to play that big of a part in this game. I feel like if Costa was fully fit, I would have said a 1-1 draw, Jack. But champions are champions right now. I'm going to say 3-1 Manchester City.
Yeah, look, I'm totally with you on that one. Come to our first postponed game, Brighton at home against Crystal Palace, so we won't be covering that one. Newcastle at home against Bournemouth. James, who have you got in that one?
Again, another interesting game. I feel like I look at Bournemouth and I just think what's happening with them, the fact that they've lost their manager, don't really know where they're going at this moment of time. But I'm going to say the way Newcastle are playing, the way Isak has came in and kind of hit the ground running, I see this being a 3-1 win to Bournemouth. No, 2-1 win to Newcastle.
I was going to say, you can't set it up like that and then just pull the rug out from under us. Yeah, look, I got 3-0. I can't see Bournemouth scoring. I just think this will be a really kind of stature-affirming game for Newcastle, proving where they are, where they're going to be going as well, beating a team that they should clearly beat. Spurs at home against Leicester City. I've got a feeling that, especially with the break, and the Champions League wasn't particularly that good, but I just think that maybe this will be Spurs' opportunity to kind of really screw over Leicester City here. So I'm going to say 3-1 to Spurs on this one. Again, this is something that I've been mentioning, especially on my Twitter feed. I do get the sense that one of Rodgers, Lampard, Gerrard will be replaced by Mauricio Pochettino, and this could well be it. Leicester City might bring Pochettino in. We've got the international break coming up here, but I think Spurs, definitely get the result over Leicester City. Who have you got in that?
Again, Leicester, they're not filling me with the confidence that they used to. I feel like if this Leicester of last season, Jack, I would have said easily a Leicester City win, because I don't know, Spurs this season, it's been a weird one. It's just been a weird thing where they're getting results, but it's not looking as convincing as you want it to be. I'm gonna say, Jack, it's going to be a 2-0 win to Tottenham in this game. I just think that just the way Leicester have been this year, maybe they finally have to get their result, and hopefully, I told you every time I predicted Tottenham to win, deep down, not deep down, I want them to lose anyway. So please, I want to be wrong.
Come on, Leicester. Brentford at home against Arsenal. James, who have you got in this one? Kind of an interesting one. Sunday, and it's a midday kickoff, 12 o'clock kickoff.
Bit of brings back bad nightmares. Remember going there last year, and unfortunately,
definitely a trap. Definitely a trap game.
It's a tough game. It's a very, very tough game. But I like to think that we've learned from our mistakes. I think the biggest thing for us is that them set pieces. For Brentford, like again, Ivan Toney might not be six. He's not even 6 foot, but Jack, he actually won the most aerial duels last year in the Premier League. But I'm gonna back this Aston team. I think that they're gonna show me that mental strength and to get back on board. So I'm gonna say a 2-1 Aston win.
James, I got the exact same thing. I hate to copy you here, but yeah, look, again, I think Arsenal, they're kind of in this weird mode at the moment. Again, this is just my opinion, but I think if they come up against an equal or team that's better than them, I feel like they're going to lose. I don't think that they have that conviction yet in their own ability, but I think when they can clearly sense that they're better than their opposition, I'm backing them to win every single time. They're a better football team than Brentford. I think they'll therefore beat Brentford. I think the Manchester United game, again, it's kind of this Manchester United, there's some talented guys here, and again, they mental lapse of concentration, whatever you want to call it, they lose the game. But again, moving on to any game where they're better than the opposition, I'm backing Arsenal all day to win. Again, I think it'll be a little closer because I know going to Brentford is tricky. But yeah, look, I've got the exact same one there as you, James. The one I'm being really upset about here, James. We're being robbed of Chelsea-Liverpool. That's a real gut punch. Really disappointing. Graham Potter's first Premier League game. Also a somewhat struggling Liverpool team as well. I thought that was going to be fascinating, especially at Stamford Bridge. Shame we're not getting that one until later. Also, one of the better rivalries in English football historically. Manchester United were welcoming Leeds to town as well. Manchester United a little bit turbulent. Leeds actually playing surprisingly well. Again, we're being robbed of that one until later. So the final game of the week, Everton at home against West Ham. Both teams in kind of desperate need of a win here. James, I did Brentford Arsenal last, so I'll go first here. I'm going to say that kind of the pain continues for Everton. Am I? No, I'm not. I'm going to say it's 1-1. I'm going to say we get a draw out of this one, James. Everton against West Ham. I just think purely because it's at Goodison Park. And again, West Ham, we haven't seen Scamacca get a good run of games yet. We don't know necessarily what Lucas Paqueta is going to be. Mikel Antonio is a bit of a game changer, but I'm going to just say that we hold out a 1-1 here, Everton, West Ham. What have you got?
I think Everton can finally get. And I've saying that. But if you watch these videos, go back and watch them. Keep on saying Everton are going to get going. like to think now they're finally going to get going, get that first win. I'm going to say a 1-0 win to Everton.
1-0 win to Everton. I like it. James, just looking across the board here, obviously we've only got 7 games. However, we do have 2 differences in there as well. Obviously, I've got a little bit of a lead at the moment on James, which James needs to chip away at here going forward. Again, guys, it's been a little bit of a mess up here. Some of the videos we've released have been predictions for games that didn't even happen. So apologies about that, but that was kind of out of our control. But yeah, for the 7 games coming up this weekend, these have been your game week predictions. Do just scroll down. There's a comment section down there. Let us know what you've got in these games. Again, I'll always say this. I don't mind. I want the heat. You know, I want to hear it from you. If you're better than me and James at picking these games, we want to see it. You know, again, don't come criticising our games if you can't put your own down there as well. Drop a like on the video after I've just criticised you. Scroll down. Make sure you're subscribed as well. And until next time, me and James will see you.